If you want to know the best motivational movies, you should definitely watch our picks for the best ones of the 1990s.
And I guarantee a week won't go by in your life you won't regret walking out, letting them get the best of you.
We hope you will enjoy the following ranking. Please let us know your favorite in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to never miss a good movie again.
Number 10. Cool Runnings.
It's kind of a winter sport, you know. You mean winter as in igloos and Eskimos and penguins and ice? Possibly. See you.
Cool Runnings is a 1993 comedy sports film directed by John Turteltaub and stars Leon Robinson, Doug E. Doug, Raul D. Lewis, Malik Yoba, and John Candy. Fictionalizing the true story of a bobsledding team from Jamaica making it into the Olympics, Cool Runnings is defined by a lighthearted tone and charming comedy. When sports champ Darius Bannock can't participate on the major tournament, he must find someone to fill his place, leading him to Jamaican bobsledder Irv to coach a team that couldn't be more different.
It's good to have you as a teammate, Brenner.
Let's get one thing straight, Bannock. We may be on the same team, but I am no one's teammate.
As long as you come here to bobsled.
Number 9.
Did you not tell my wife more personal attention?
I said more personal attention.
Good, because we just getting started on my list of things you need to know.
Jerry Maguire is a 1996 romantic comedy drama sports film written and directed by Cameron Crowe and stars Tom Cruise, Cuba Gooding Jr., and Renee Zellweger. Jerry Maguire is a man of smart business. As a top agent of Sports Management International, his future is secured and his name famous across the country. But after being fired for saying the wrong things too loud, we witness his tragic fall from grace. Can Jerry resurrect his career while still staying true to himself?
Anybody else would have left you by now. But I'm sticking with you. I said I would. And if I got to ride your ass like Zorro, you gonna show me the money. You gonna show me the money.
Number 8.
Well, as you've already said, Mr. Hoover, motion pictures are for the people.
Chaplin is a biographical comedy drama film directed by Richard Attenborough and stars Robert Downey Jr., Dan Aykroyd, Penelope Ann Miller, and Kevin Kline. Following the classic biopic tropes that make the genre so effective, but bringing new cards to the table with a performance from Robert Downey Jr. that never troubles to keep up with the legend it encapsulates. Chaplin is the story of silent film legend Charlie Chaplin. Exploring every step of his infamous career, as well as his personal struggles, this movie still remains one of a kind.
Most of the people work for a living and they don't make much money doing it. It gives them pleasure to see officialdom and the upper classes getting a kick up the backside. Always has, and it always will.
Number 7. Rudy.
I wanted to run out of that tunnel for my dad. To prove to everyone that I worked...
What?
Rudy is a 1993 biographical sports film directed by David Anspaugh and stars Sean Astin, Ned Beatty, Jason Miller, and Charles S. Dutton. It tells the story of Daniel Rudiger, who harbored dreams of playing football at the University of Notre Dame despite significant obstacles. His grades were too low and he was only half the size of the other players. But he is determined to overcome the odds and has set his sights upon joining the team.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen. Now go on back.
Number 6.
You go ahead, but you can kiss your social life goodbye.
Hi, Homer.
Hi.
October Sky is a 1999 biographical drama film directed by Joe Johnston and stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Chris Cooper, Chris Owen, and Lauren Dern. Rich in good old human drama with inspirational and deeply moving thoughts. This is the story of Homer Hickman who, like all the other boys of the town Coalwood, grows up to be a coal miner. But his life takes a 180 turn. Together with his friends, he goes on an extraordinary journey, trying to build and launch a self-made rocket.
Don't let anybody copy my homework.
I don't want to copy your homework. Do you know anything about rockets?
Of course I do.
Yeah, you want to come with me over to the library?
No.
Number 5.
You've come to fight as free men. And free men you are.
Braveheart is a 1995 epic war film directed by Mel Gibson, who portrays William Wallace. The film also stars Sophie Marceau, Patrick McGoohan, and Catherine McCormack. This piece of historical fiction is based on the story of Wallace leading the Scots in the First War of Scottish Independence against King Edward I of England. History has a way of remembering those who bleed for freedom rather than those who beg for mercy. And this story has us rooting for Wallace as he revolts against the Emperor over the injustices that incurred under his regime.
I am William Wallace. And I see a whole army of my countrymen here in defiance of tyranny.
Number 4. Good Will Hunting.
This girl's like fucking perfect right now. I don't want to ruin that.
Maybe you're perfect right now. Maybe you don't want to ruin that.
Good Will Hunting is a 1997 drama film directed by Gus Van Sant and stars Robin Williams, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Minnie Driver, and Stellan Skarsgård. Will Hunting is a genius who's living a rough life in South Boston. When Will is almost sent to jail, a professor at MIT decides to bail him out under the condition that he works with him for math every week and that he visits the therapist, Sean Maguire. With the help of Sean, Will begins to realize that there's more to himself than he thinks there is.
You're not perfect, sport. And let me save you the suspense. This girl you met, she isn't perfect either. But the question is whether or not you're perfect for each other. That's the whole deal. That's what intimacy is all about.
Number 3. Life is Beautiful.
Dove Giosuè dicono parolacce, ma sono proprio arrabbiati. Nei neri non ti trova nessuno. Allora ciao, ritorno dopo.
Life is Beautiful is a 1997 Italian comedy drama film directed by Roberto Benigni and stars him alongside Vincenzo Cerami. Life is Beautiful is the heartbreaking story revolving around the devastating concentration camps of World War II and a family trying to survive it. When Guido finds himself and his family in the middle of one, he does everything in his last power to keep his little boy away from the harm, in pretending that everything happening is just a game.
Tu devi uscire. Dammi a sentire, devi uscire soltanto quando c'è silenzio assoluto e non vedi più nessuno, per sicurezza. Ripetimi.
Io non esco finché non c'è nessuno.
Bravo testa.
Number 2. The Shawshank Redemption.
I didn't, since you asked.
You gonna fit right in. Everybody in is innocent, and you know that?
The Shawshank Redemption is a 1994 American drama film written and directed by Frank Darabont and is based on the 1982 Stephen King novella Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption. The movie is the highest-rated film on IMDb and follows the story of a banker who is sentenced to life in Shawshank State Penitentiary for the murders of his partner and her lover, despite his claims of innocence. Starring Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman, and Bob Gunton, the movie is definitely a must-watch.
I wonder if you might get me a rock hammer.
A what?
A rock hammer.
What is it and why?
What do you care?
Well, if it was a toothbrush, I wouldn't ask questions. I just quote a price. But then a toothbrush is a non-lethal object, isn't it?
Before we unveil movie number 1, here are a few honorable mentions.
We can stay here, get the shit kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell. 1 inch at a time.
Now, you ask me if I've been practicing medicine. Well, if this means opening your door to those in need, those in pain, caring for them, listening to them, applying a cold cloth until a fever breaks, if this is practicing medicine, if this is treating a patient, then I am guilty as charged, sir.
The people who choose to get on that bus, which are you, are the people who are saying, I will not carry myself down to die. When I go to my grave, my head will be high. That is a choice. There are no victims in this classroom.
Number 1.
Good catch, Gump. You know how to play this? Come on, let me show you.
Forrest Gump is a 1994 comedy drama film directed by Robert Zemeckis and stars Tom Hanks, Robin Wright, Gary Sinise, McKelty Williamson, and Sally Field. The story follows Forrest Gump, a slow-witted but kind-hearted man from Alabama, who witnesses and unwittingly influences several defining historical events in the 20th century United States. The movie won 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor for Tom Hanks, and was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry.
Now, the secret to this game is, no matter what happens, never, ever take your eye off the ball.
Do you agree with our list? Please let us know in the comments. If you want to know more about a particular movie in this list, you can check out our links in the video description. And for more top 10 movie videos, be sure to subscribe to communiTV.